So a brief channel update. I'm going to call out. So I said I way too far ahead of myself. So I was supposed to get a book today, or 2 books today. I got one of the 2 books, and I'm still waiting on that July book. Still waiting on that July book. Now I ordered it on like 29th, whatever that last Saturday was. I'm not good at doing that. But right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the math because this I had ordered this. I had ordered a book from this third-party seller before, and I had gotten it 12 days after. I ordered it on the 15th, and I got it 12 days after. And here, I'm still waiting that book. It's been more than 12 days. I'm basically paying actually, there's no air quotes about that at all. I did pay for shipping. I'm paying for standard shipping, but at this point, I'm paying for economy shipping. And economy shipping, like, I got in economy shipping books earlier than other books. Now, I am going to call out the company that is basically screwing me over, because the last time they were fine, and they are called HPB, Half Price Books, Ruby. There was a bunch of HPBs. All the others, again, every other third-party seller I've ordered from has gone above and beyond the Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Oh, I made a funny reference. And this one third-party seller is taking its damn old time. It's honestly like, it reminds me of that. Not reminds me. It's kind of like one of those things where you feel like they're doing it on purpose. Like, they're like, yeah, we can do that. What are you gonna do about it? You can't prove we're screwing you over or we're being annoying about it. And it's weird because I don't think it's them. You could argue it's not their fault, but if every other third-party seller, and again, all the others were USPS. It wasn't like it's the only USPS. No, they're all USPS. Maybe it's a shipping partner, but I think it's the same across all HPB's half-price books. And again, I've been getting a lot of books from third-party sellers recently, and they've all gone above and beyond Call of Duty, but this guy doesn't. So I wanted to get a video uploaded this week because I thought I would get the book by this week. And again, so I'm also going to go over the arriving between this day and this day kind of thing. It said arriving between the 7th and the 11th, and it's still at the same facility as that 2 days ago. So I'm obviously not getting it today. I'll be lucky if I even get it tomorrow. I might have to wait till Monday, the 14th, to get this book. And what's really annoying is that, like, I might as well. I mean, at least they know it's going from facility to facility. I mean, it's only gone to 2, but at least I know it's, somewhat consistent. Somewhat consistent. Damn it, something's on my throat. So today's video, without further ado, because I've gone on for 3 minutes, my god, is Omnibus Friday, starting, and the lighting is going to be blip bad, it's starting to get dark, so I'm going to try and go quick. It's Spider-Man by Roger Stern Omnibus. Now, I'm not going to do a fancy smash, I can't do a fancy smashy, overview. You're going to get, like, all my other, overviews where I'm like, oh yeah, here's the, interior artwork, and who was the creator, and everything like that. I had no idea what to do. I was going to do, like, an omnibus overview of all my omnibuses, but that's about too long of a video, so I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each and every omnibus I own from Marvel and DC, like these thick ones, not the ones from, like, Dynamite and Image Comics, where it doesn't really count, and soft cover, standard size. Those I might do, but even then, it's kind of, I don't know. But that's what I plan on doing, maybe every Friday. It's probably going to be, like, a canceled series, if anything. A Netflix of series. I cancel after 1 season, not after 1 episode for me. I'm like, I see, count it as being 28 seasons, but 1 episode per season. So this one collects a Spectacular Spider-Man 43 to 61, then skips to 85 because it's a creator-centric omnibus. So it's all the ones he wrote. Roger Stern, by the way, I already said it. And then the Amazing Spider-Man 206, then it skips to 224, 252, and Annual 1617. Now, Amazing Spider-Man, I know we have the the Marvel Masterworks, so you can get those to fill in the gaps. Spectacular Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure by now we're at least almost there, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't keep track of the omnibuses, the Marvel Masterworks. And then there also is 2 bonus issues that I don't include there because it's material from. And I think because of just how busy the back cover is, they didn't have enough room to fit it in. Although you couldn't. No, you couldn't have. I believe it's just the third annual Web of Spider-Man and What If 34. Right, 34. Yep. And then the annual. Yep. Web of Spider-Man annual. I was right. Okay, cool. So I did that. So you get. So one thing I really love about this omnibus, other than it being a damn good run. So I've read the Who Could Ever Stop the Juggernaut? Who Could Stop Juggernaut? The Juggernaut storyline I have read. I had it on a Kindle. The camera angles are bad. I had the longest time the Who Could Stop the Juggernaut trade on the Kindle, and I got that like 2 years ago. Read it, really liked it. But it's about all I've run. It's all about all I've read from Roger Stern's run, and then I read 252, which I also really liked. It's possible I've read a couple of other these that like I just didn't know, but it's highly doubtful, or just ones I'm forgetting about, which is more likely. So one thing I really love. No, it's not here, of course. It's not every issue they do this. So maybe this wasn't every issue, I don't know. But they give you the letters page at the end of almost every issue. And that is something that I think is like shows that they really cared about. They put the time and effort into the omnibus. Because not every omnibus like this, where it's like older comics where they still had letters pages consistent. They still had a consistent letters page. Not every omnibus is created equally. Like, for example, the John Byrne Fantastic Four omnibuses, at least the printings that I have, do not include the letters pages, which I think it's like I don't really read the letters pages anyways, but it's still a nice aesthetic to have, you know. Maybe I will read the letters page. I just think it's like too much reading for me to do. Like usually, especially for a more dated book like this, where I have more dialogue than your average comic does nowadays. Usually by the end I'm just like I'm toast. Like, I'm done, and that's not to say it's bad. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's just it's like, you know, you're more burned out than you are for an issue of like, let's say, like a new issue of Spider-Man. Although technically you could say that about the most recent Spider-Man run. Even after reading an issue, you're like burned out on Spider-Man, which I can completely understand. Now, this book collects a lot of classic stories and a lot of classic characters. For those of you who probably don't know, or those of you who do know, you probably already know what I'm going into, but it collects the kid who collects the issue, the kid who collected Spider-Man, it collects the aforementioned Juggernaut storyline. It has the first appearance of Hobgoblin and Monica Rambeau, which Monica Rambeau is a pretty big name now that she's been in WandaVision, and now she's going to be in the new Captain Marvel movie. So eventually she may not be a household name. Probably not. I am on the same boat as everyone else is, and that the Marvels will probably bomb. I mean, if everything else has been bombing hard, then Marvel is going to bomb super hard. So at the back you get like little like pin-up like sketchy things, and at this you get this, which I think is really cool. You get the trade paperbacks that some of these issues appeared in. You got Visionaries, you get a Hobgoblin one, you get and so it's nothing inside the Juggernaut. It's not Who Could Ever. And a Tarantula one. So maybe they put Tarantula, but I'm almost positive that's not the case. And then like they used to do this back in the day, they'd reprint issues and like issues themselves, like you get like a magazine or like an issue with actual issues that regular issues of comics that why am I saying it so awkwardly? You guys hopefully know what I mean. But point is, they'd reprint it. And you got sketches on the back here. It's very hard to hold the omnibus like this, so that's what it's going to get. That's pretty much it at the end. But a pretty now, I have never, knock on wood, have had a problem with reading omnibuses without having to do like that special like stretch up spine, yada yada. I still do that when I get a new omnibus. Now it's been a long time since I purchased an omnibus, at least one like this, where it's this thick, you know. The last one I bought, I want to say, was Superman. The Superman not up in the sky. Ironically enough, the Roger Stern, there was a post of Bendis run. I think, ironically enough, Roger Stern writes some of those issues. What is it called? I have it right there, but the way my omnibuses are, they're stacked like this, not stacked like this. I just have no room to put them away. I have so many comic books. So when I finally get that last book, I'll do my, I'll show it off, show off what it is, and probably the same day. If it comes in tomorrow, if I get lucky, it comes in tomorrow. I will probably end up doing. I guess either way, I'm going to do the complete July haul on the same day because it's August 11th. It's the longest I've had to wait in a long time to do my complete pre-month haul, like previous month haul. Because usually I do it on the first. Like usually I have all the books I'm gonna get for that month, like at the last week of that month. Because I usually don't order much the last week. Sometimes I get lucky. Sometimes like I was like, oh, we ordered last books this date, so now I have money saved up by now. But usually I don't. Usually I have all the books. Why am I so itchy? Usually I have all the books by that point. So that's it. So a little quick overview of the Roger Stern Omnibus. I would recommend picking it up because I did like the stories that were in here that I've read before. And it's just like, it's a classic run. Everyone that's talked about it seems to absolutely love it. And it's just like, it's one of those books that I've been waiting for a long time too. Because I heard so much about it. Good praise about it. And it's in that era of comics I really like. In that 80s, 70s, 80s. I would say 80s onward is where I don't have any hesitation picking up a comic. 60s and 70s, some hesitation. I mean, of course, like I'll pick up Spider-Man because I know I like Spider-Man or Fantastic Four. But something like Batman, a great example is Batman. Silver Age and before for DC, I usually tend to avoid. I do sometimes get into the mood to read like a Golden Age comic, but then all it goes away and I read more than one issue of it. And even at it being like 5 pages per comic because it was an anthology, they'd have more than just a Batman. They had like a Batman, then like a what's his face? A Dick Tracy. It's like Dick Tracy, and then they have a Dick Tracy story, and then there's Sheriff Cowell. I'm giving you guys random names. I don't remember exactly who it was, but you would have like the Detective Comics. That's what it would be. Because Batman, for those of you who don't know, made his first appearance in Detective Comics 27. So it was an anthology. Got a bunch of stories in there. So even reading the Batman story, which is usually 5 pages, that was too much for me at times. So I'd read 3 issues of that, 15 pages. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I did regret. Maybe, and I give up. The prime example of that was a Shazam book, and I still to this day am shocked that people, their main complaint with that and that Shazam celebration of how many years? I think it was 75. I was shocked that people were like, yeah, I wish there was more Golden Age stories. Like that was half the book. I swear to God, half the book was Golden Age, and you got like a few from here and there, and then you got like 2 from the modern age. But that is that. I'm a little rambling on there, I know, but that's my content. I think I like doing that. I don't like going completely off topic. I was still talking about comics, but I like to go off topic and talk about the weather. That'd be kind of weird, but I think I'm still on the topic of comics, so it's not too off script, so to speak, to where it's like what we've been talking about anymore. So I'm going to talk a little bit more. So next week is the library haul, at the very least. At the very, very least. Now, what's really annoying is that I'm probably deleting this upload. So I had gotten... So, what's even more irritating about that July book is that I've ordered books from third-party sellers. I ordered them Saturday, this past Saturday. So that was the 4th or the 5th? 5th, I believe. Yes, on the 5th. And I've gotten almost all those books that I ordered on that 5th. One that I ordered 2 days later, I've gotten. That's how bad that third party, that's how bad HPB Ruby is that they're being beaten out by books that I ordered a week later. That is just 20 levels of bad that you can't, and again, I paid standard shipping for all these books. And so I don't know if it's HPB Ruby's fault or the shipping partner, but it's it doesn't make any sense if it's the shipping partner's fault because, again, it just makes no sense. Makes 0 sense. No sense whatsoever. I don't understand it. And so I'll probably never order from half-price books Ruby ever again unless I'm ordering it for my birthday or for Christmas. And I'll order way ahead of time. Because with books like this, I want it like right away because I can read it right away. For Christmas, my birthday, I have to wait till my birthday or Christmas Day to actually to open them up and read them, So, or show them off rather. So, that's why I said that. That's why I specified that for those of you guys who are confused. I almost just said concerns. Oh, you guys are confused. That's about it. A little update. Hopefully by tomorrow I get the book because I really would like to upload that video. But before it gets too loud in here, before I get interrupted, that's it.